All right. My microphone is working. All right, folks. I should. Okay. Everybody has the notes? Now, today we are going to be coming off of everything we've done this whole week. Today's Thursday, so it's going to rely on yesterday's lesson. It's going to rely on Tuesday's lesson. It's going to rely on Monday's lesson, okay? So we're going to go from there. Because when you check your work, you know what you've done wrong, and you can build upon that so you don't bomb another test. As you can see, this class right here, you averaged, as a class, a 66% of the quiz. You guys had the most failures out of anybody else. But that's going to change next test because, hopefully, getting 2 Fs in a row will give you the kick in the rear in order to figure out what you need to do, and you're going to come see me a lot more often. Yeah? I don't know that right now. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're going to get them today. You're going to get them. Stop shouting out. You're all going to get it today. Relax. Yes?
I couldn't find O'Reilly.
You couldn't find O'Reilly.
That you told me to try to find O'Reilly kid so we could all have the knowledge for the thing.
Ah, got it. Okay, I see what you're doing now. Okay, decimal 2%. What I want you to do is, you're going to number these guys. It says decimal 2%. Multiply it by 100. By doing that, you're moving the decimal 2 places to the right. Okay, that's how you multiply to the right. Or that's how you multiply by 100. That's what happens. I want you to put a number 1 right here. I want you to put a number 2 right here. Don't forget to do the percent sign. So that's all we're doing. This is super simple. And when I have you do this on your own, I want you to process what you are doing. You're going to have to reread what we go over right now when you do number 1 through 4. Don't just raise your hand without thinking about it. Now, it says, for example, 0.35 or 35 hundredths equals 35%. 2.5 equals 250%. Okay? 52 ten-thousandths equals 50 or 0.52%. Okay? 0.52% or 52 hundredths of a percent. 52 hundredths of a percent. When you're dealing with repeating decimals with flux pavilions, I can't stop, what you would do is you would keep the bar notation or put it in a fraction. For example, this guy becomes 33.3% or 33.3 bar percent or 33 and a third, because that's exactly what 0.3 repeating is, and we learned that and figured it out yesterday. Okay? Now, I want you're going to have 2.5 minutes, so people watching the YouTube video, you can skip forward to 2.5 minutes, and we'll go from there. Well, you know what? No, this is super easy. You're going to have 1.5 minutes to do this. Go. I'm going to mute the microphone. You guys remember me? Okay, so we have to do 2 things. We have to multiply by 100, which is to move the decimal point over 2 spots. So this will be 0.4%. Then this one, we move it over. It's going to be 3.5% or 3.5%. Yeah, it's not a good looking one.
No, not that one. No. Remember to turn the mic on.
Yep. Microphone's on. Yeah. Then we have this guy. We go over to 132%. Move over this one. 237%. How many of you had all four of those correct? About 2/3 of you? All right, cool. Those of you who didn't get it correct, did you see where you made a mistake?
Yes.
Gotcha. Good. Well, a couple of them had decimals. This is easy. Fraction 2%. First, write the fraction of that decimal by dividing the numerator by the denominator. So here's step one. Then what we do is, stop that. Then what we do is, we multiply by 100, move the decimal 2 places to the right. And the third step, don't forget to add the percent sign. Now, these ones here, if you have a repeating decimal, you can keep the bar notation or change the decimal into fractions. Independent examples. Now, this guy is going to take a lot of space. So I would recommend, and this guy is going to take a lot of space as well. I would recommend what you do is you take number 1 and start right here. Okay? Then you take number 2 and you start, I don't know, around here maybe. All right? This time I'm going to give you 6 minutes at least. 6 minutes at least. So, YouTube watchers, you can fast forward because I'm not going to upload multiple videos today. You can fast forward to 6 minutes and we will continue from there. Number one. Okay, number one, if you didn't finish, if you're doing it correct, you can just catch up with me as we're going, but I do want you to follow along with this. Okay, and even with our notes, people who are using pen, please use a pencil for notes because you can and will make mistakes on this stuff. Okay, can and will make mistakes. Now, did I talk about the older brother bunk bed thing?
Yes.
Okay, so the older brother's on top of the bunk beds. Ooh. Older brother's on the top of the bunk beds, so that means that he gets into the warm house when it's raining or cold, raining and stuff. Okay, so we have 16. 16 does not go into 3, so I have to put a 0 here, and now we're going into decimals. I go down, here's 30. 16 goes one time into 30. 16. This will be 14. Okay, 16 does not go into 14, so I have to add a 0 here. Bring that down. How many times does 16 go into 140, Lainey?
8.
8 is correct. And a good way to do this, for those of you that have good number sense, is this. 16 times, we're not using decimals, 16 times 10 minus, I know that 16 times 10 equals 160, so that's going to be too many. Okay? However, I know that 16 less than that is going to be 144. I know that 16, so that would be 16. And I know that 16 less than 144 is going to be 118, right? Yeah, it is kind of being in a weird mood. Okay? So I have 118 here, because that's 16 times 8. I don't know why I did that. Uh-oh. Come on. There we go. Okay? The difference between those two is going to be, it wouldn't be 30, it would be 22. No. Yes. 22. 22 does not go into 16, except for once. I did something wrong here. Something's not right.
Isn't it 128?
128. Thank you. Yes. Something's not turning out right. Thank you. Good catch. Thank you. 128. So it's, come on, 12. That doesn't go into 12, so I have to get another 0 here. Go straight down. And you might be thinking to yourself, I wonder if this is going to stop.
It does.
Okay? Right, but this is the point where you should start to get a little worried and start maybe to go, okay, I don't know if this is going to come out right. But you're going to do just one more, and then you might be able to get out a calculator and be like, I don't want to do this forever. So now I have 16, or it goes into 120. 16 goes into 120. Let's see, how many times am I going to do that? How many times does it go in there? It's not. Want to try 7? Okay, let's try 7. We'll see what happens. 7. Oh. Okay, 7 times. 7 times 10. 7 times 10 equals 70 plus 6 times 7, which is 70 plus 42, which is going to be 112. Okay, this is how you do quick multiplication through the distributive property. You know what 7 times 10 is. If you're trying to do 17 or 7 times 16, you know what 7 times 10 is. You know what 7 times 6 is. You add those two together. That's how you do quick math. Okay, 120 minus 12 is 8. 16 does not go into 8, so I bring this down. Still getting a little worried. You know what? I'm telling you what, if this doesn't start to repeat itself, I am so done. I'm going to check it on a calculator. Oh, but it does! Yes, it does go into that one. Oh, I love seeing a 0 in here. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. I love it, I love it. Hey, I don't draw cute hearts, okay? I'm a boy.
Draw potato instead.
Don't draw potato.
Draw potato instead of 9.
Now it's a balloon. Okay. Okay. Next one we have number 2. This one's a long one as well. Any questions on number 1? Number 2, we have the older brother that gets to stay inside the house, the younger brother or the younger sister that's stuck outside. I know right away that 12 doesn't go into 7. So I'm going to put a 0 here and put a decimal here. But I do know that 12 does go into 70. So I'm going to do, how many times do you think it's going to go? I know that it's going to be more than 4 because 4 times 15 is 30. So let's try 5. Okay. You already look smart. You already look smart. Okay, 12 does not go into 10. Another 0. Bring that guy down. Okay. Then we have 12 goes into 100. Definitely not 10 times because 10 times 10 is 100. Let's take a guess at 8. 8 times 12 is 80, 96. Oh, yeah. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. Whoops. We're getting closer to something that we want. 4 does not go into it, so let's keep going. 40. 40 goes into 12, or 12 goes into 40. How many times? 3 times. Yum. 36. 4. Uh-oh, it doesn't go into 4.
No, it would be 58.
Now, this is the point where you should be like, hold up. And you should know that there's something that's not right. Because you just subtracted something, got the same exact number. You got the same exact number. You writing this stuff down? Why not? Let's go. This isn't a spectator sport. Your education is not a spectator sport. You're not just going to watch yourself not learn. You should all be writing exactly what I'm writing, especially if you didn't know how to do this. Especially. Did I say especially? Especially. 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 Okay? Yes, sir. Barnes. What's C? This is what you should notice. Please stop tapping your pencil. This is what you should notice. We had a number come down here of 40. And 3 times 12 is 40. Fine. Okay, I'm going to continue to keep going. But then we saw that the remainder was 40 again. And we know that 3 times 12 is 40. No, sorry. Okay, 36 again. And you would just keep going on with this forever. And at that point, what you can do is you are going to put the bar notation above that guy because you know it's going to keep going on and on and on we go. Okay? Ooh, we didn't finish number 1, guys. What's the question asking us? Percent. Did we give a percent? No. We got to multiply it by 100, which is 18.75, and then this last step, we got to add the percentage sign. Whoa, that was a closey. Yes. Hey, this isn't language arts class, all right? All right. So we multiply this by 100, which becomes 58.3 bar percentage. 58.3 repeating percent. Yes, sir.
Why couldn't you
Draw
draw the 4 to put the bar notation over that?
the 4?
Like, put a 4 there and put the bar notation over it instead of the 3.
Because 4 would be wrong. Because if we had 4 here, okay, going back in time, YouTube. Okay, if we did 4 here, 4 times 12 is 48.
No, isn't the answer like, I got 0.5834 for PM.
Do you have a calculator in front of you?
No, I did the math.
How did you get 4?
Because I did 40 I did 100 minus 96, and then there was a 4, and I brought down the 0. And the answer is
Yeah.
So I put the 4 there, and I kept doing that in my head, and I kept doing that. So I put the 4 there and put the 1.
No, that 4. No, that's not how that works. Nope. That's not it. You got it? Yeah. That 4, you got to bring down another 0. You didn't do this step here. This is a step that you missed. Okay? All right. Next one. Let's shrink this. Oh, I keep telling my classes this, folks, so you're getting real antsy and starting to bounce around. This is what the future will be like when you're possibly upperclassmen in high school. Say you're doing something, you're like, oh, I didn't leave myself enough room. And on your tablet, stop talking as soon as I turn around whoever's talking. And you're going to be like, oh, I don't have enough room. Then you're like, ha-ha, now I do.
But we can't do that.
Okay? But in the future, you can, because right now, teachers can do it. Then, you'll be able to do it because you'll all have these, beep, boop, 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 boop. Hopefully not iPad tablets, whatever they're called. Because those things are overpriced. But they don't have as many problems, so whatever. Now, but you don't have to read it. We're already done with that. But if this was a situation where you're turning in homework and you have it right there, I'm like, did you show your work? And you're like, yeah. And then you send me the file as I stand in front of you, and you're like, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, you're good. Yeah. We're the flying cars that I heard about when I was in middle school, right?
Yeah, we're supposed to have hoverboards.
No, that's 2015. No, the hoverboards don't come until 2015, right? Isn't that when it comes out? Was it 14? Darn it. Yeah. Exactly. Now we have this one really quick. I'm just going to shoot through this. Quiet, please. Stop talking. Okay, we're going to shoot through this one just so you can hear it and see it on the YouTubes. You can pause it and go back because I'm going to talk quick and shoot through this. I expect my classroom here to be copying down as I say and snap. Good. So we have 40 goes into 300. It's not going to be 10 because that would be 400. It's not going to be 8 because that would be 320. It's going to be 7 because 7 times 40 is 280. Got to make sure I put these in here. It does not go into 20, so I need to bring this guy down. 200. It does go into 200. Okay, it goes in there 5 times. 5 times 40 is 200. Oh, thank goodness we don't have to do a whole bunch more. I love seeing that guy. Okay, this guy loves seeing that 0 there. All right, continuing on. Here.
What about number 3?
Number 3 is number 3. Yeah, this one, guys, you should have been able to get number 3 really easily. Okay, so here's number 3. Did we forget the percentage? Thank you. Got to keep me honest because I'm trying to power through this. 70. Nope, not 75%. There you go. Okay, number 3. Did we get that far yet? There. Now with this one, super fast. You should know that 5/4 is 1 1/4. And if you had 1 1/4 dollar bills, you would have $1.25. And if you had that as a percentage of a whole, you would have 125%. That was super simple. There are so many like that on the homework. So many like that on the homework. Speaking of homework, stop talking so we can continue with this. If you have a question, pregúntame, ask me. Okay? Next one. Percent to, answers, don't mind me. Okay. There we go. Okay. This one here. It says percent to fraction. When we're doing a percent to a fraction, all we have to do is we have to change the percent to a decimal, which is the first step. Whoop. Before changing it to a fraction, whoop. Then we have to simplify action if necessary. I'm Ron Burgundy. For example, it says here, example 1, 48% equals 0.48, or 48 hundredths, which equals 48 hundredths. Simplify, 12 over 25. 225% equals 2.25, or 2 and 25 hundredths, or 2 and a quarter. Is there supposed to be one L? No, this is... Yeah, he's sad now because you're the first group to see this. Now, independent examples. This is the one that I promised. No, I did this. Independent examples. This is super easy because all we have to do is dance. No, move the decimal point over, which becomes 36 hundredths. Okay, 36 hundredths goes down to, we have 36, what it goes into 36, we have 6, we have 2, right? 9 doesn't go in, 9 does, Sam? 4, so 36 divided by 4 is going to be 9, and then 25ths. Can we simplify that anymore? I don't think so. Yeah, this is easier than what we just did. Okay, did you get that down, sir? Yes? Okay. How do you expect to do the homework if you're not doing this? This isn't a situation. No, it's just a scroll bar. This is a situation where you look at a problem, you think really hard, and you answer it necessarily. If some of you can do that, that's great, but make sure you show me how to do it. Okay? I don't want you to take 7th grade again, and you don't want to go through all this over again either. You have the power not to do that. Which is being held back. Then we have 1.25. This one is simple. We have 1.25, 1 and 1/4. 1 and 1/4. Or, if you didn't simplify because you didn't know, 1 and 25 hundredths, which becomes 1 and 1/4. Okay, next one. I don't want you to go to football either. Just kidding. No. Okay, 31 and a half. We have 31.25%, and we need to move the decimal point over. So we have 0.312, shh, quiet, 0.25. If you're with me, that's good, but I've got other conversations going on. It's wrong? Oh, look at you. You got to know what's going on. Good. Which equals that. Which equals 315 thousandths. 315 thousandths. Okay. We could go 5, and the easy way to do it, to divide by 5, okay, is you know that 300 divided by 5 is 60. 63. Okay. This one divided by 5 is going to be 20, 200. Okay, 200. Can we reduce that at all? 63? Think about what goes into 63. We have... No. Okay, it's 6 plus 3 is 9, so we know that it's going to be 3. Okay, it's not going to be 6 because it's not an even number. 9 does not go into this one. Charlie, what do you think? I see your brain working. 7? Okay, 7 times 6 is 63, so we have 7. But does 7 go into... The 7 go into this guy? No.
What is 3? I think 3. No, 5 doesn't.
3 does not go into 2 because of divisibility rules. 2 plus 0 equals 2, and 2 is not divisible by 3. Okay, we're going to leave that.
Too much thinking.
Yes.
This is what math is.
This is what math is. That's why I love it. Okay, then we have 66 point and 2/3. It just continues going the way it was. This one is going to be 66.6%, or repeating, equals 0.666, which is also 6 repeating, just like that. Okay, which is 2/3. All right. Percent to decimal. I promised my other classes that I would do this one on this video, so we have to get through this one. Percent to decimal. I think that this one should have been easier and done sooner because that's exactly what we did in the first step on all of these. You know? Ugh. It's exactly what we did in the first step of all these. Like that. So, maybe next year we'll mix it around. So we have examples. 86 goes to 0.86, 155, blah, blah, blah. Okay, if the percent contains a fraction, change the fraction to a decimal, and then before dividing by 100. Okay, I hear lots of yawns. Luckily, you guys are going home in 3 minutes. So we have 0.93% equals 0.93. Oh my goodness, that's hard. Okay, you guys got this. You guys know this. Okay, 127. Divide that by 100. You just move the decimal point. Whoop, whoop. Take away the percentage sign. So it's 1.27 over here. This becomes, whoop, whoop, move it over to 0.004%, or 0.004, which is 4,000. Then we have this, whoop, whoop, comes 0.427. Ugh. Okay. Even though it's supposed to be independent. Any questions on that? Okay. Now, without shouting, with just saying it at the same time, say what you always say right before I cut you off.
Subscribe.